After 7 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 7:15 p.m.
Hello, West Alameda. It's after 7 o'clock. It's time to give a shout out and thank you to all the frontline and the essential workers, to the doctors, the nurses, the longshoremen, the bus drivers, the truck drivers, the farm workers, those who work in the stores, those who work in the restaurants, the hotels, the postal employees, the teachers, the parents. So please, you hear my voice, you clap your hands, honk your horns, shout, make some noise! Yeah, frontline workers! Thank you, frontline workers! All right, I hear your whistle! Yeah! Thank you, frontline workers, thank you! All right! Hey, Cruz. Hey, Paulette. How y'all doing? It's a beautiful day out here. It is so nice. It was a beautiful day today. It's going to be even more beautiful tomorrow. Yes. Loving it. So, my little garden up here on my balcony. My grape plant. I'm waiting for these grapes to show up. Where you at, grapes? I'm waiting on you. I see you right here. I see you. Come on up, grapes. That's what I'm waiting on. All right. All right. So let me go on inside. Do this shout out. Got a little haircut, as you can tell. My son-in-law, he did this, cut it for me. I went out there, go visit my daughter and grandchildren and my son-in-law. And while I was out there, I asked him to give me a haircut, and he did. I like it, you know. Yeah, I like it. I ain't gonna lie. So, hey, everybody, today is May the 7th. It is day 402. 402. As of 6 p.m. on the Coronavirus Pandemic Live on YouTube, we have 3,285,911 worldwide who have died from COVID-19. And right here in the United States, 594,911. And so that's what that is. I want you to look right up here, May 6, 2020. This is what it was on May 6, 2020, last year. For the world, it was 263,000. And right here in the United States, it was 73,039. Then I want you to look at this green, April 6, 2021. This is what it was a month ago. 1 month ago, 2,887,228 throughout the world, 570,247 here in the United States, and in California, 59,769. Well, where we're at now, we're in the 60,000. I haven't done research on that, but just want to show that. So, what is today? The shout out today. All week it has been Teacher Appreciation Week, and I apologize for the fact that I did not give a personal shout out for Teacher Appreciation Week. My bad. So I don't know how many of you are teachers, how many of you have teachers who are in your family, or how many of you know teachers. But I can say from my personal experience with teachers, they do a hell of a job. Now, most of you or some of you probably know that I was a bus driver. I drove AC Transit for 30 years. And while driving the bus, I also worked for the Alameda Unified School District as a campus supervisor, school security, if that's what you want to call it. And I did that for 10 years, approximately 10 years. And I worked right at the school next door to my balcony. It was a public school. It was a middle school. It's called Chipman Middle School. And I did that for 10 years. But I want to tell you something. The teachers have a hell of a job. Before I started working at the school district, I was just like I would assume a lot of parents are, like you don't really know what it is teachers are doing, and like why the teachers ain't doing this or why the teachers ain't doing that. And you see it only from the perspective of being a parent. And when your kids come home and they tell you, well, this is what's going on, the teacher's mean, teacher did this, teacher did that. In a lot of cases, that is true. But you only hear it from the kids, from your children. And, obviously, it's your children, so you kind of, you're a little biased about when it comes to your kids. All right? Anyway, back in 2001, I started working as a volunteer for the school district. And, I went over there and I was just volunteering because my kids went there. I had 3 kids going there at the same time. And so I felt, I need to come in there. I was only going there first I was only doing 1 or 2 days a week. And then I ended up doing 3, 4 days. And after a while, I guess the principal, Miss Lori, she liked what I was doing. So she asked me, would I mind working there? I said, well, Miss Lori, I do have a regular job. I'm driving a bus at night. And so she said, we can work around your schedule. And that's what she did. I ended up being hired by the school district, and going from being a parent where my interaction with schools and teachers had to do just as a parent and then as a volunteer parent to now becoming a school employee, that was a trip. First of all, school teachers don't get paid a lot of money. You would imagine in a country that puts a premium on teaching our children the things they need to know when they go out into the world, that teachers would get paid a lot of money, but they don't. And they also only get paid once a month. And I have to say that I have seen teachers, I've seen the good and the bad, the good, the bad, the ugly, just like that movie said. And Ed Nash, what up with it, baby? I've seen good teachers and I've seen not so good teachers. I'm being nice about it. But I've seen these teachers who were really good would go in their pocket to go buy supplies because they didn't have access to get the supplies that they needed. And I have to say that especially in schools that deal with students of color, that we're not like suburban type schools. Suburban type schools, everything's fancy. They got all the money. They got all the parents who volunteer to work with the school district and with the school. So they got everything in the suburbs. But when you in the city, you don't get all that. And a lot of teachers go in their pocket to help their students. And I've seen it. So I know for a fact that that's what they do. So I want to most definitely show my appreciation for all the teachers, for Ms. Lori, Ms. Zazu, all of them. There's so many teachers that I worked with at Chipman Middle School. I can't even think of all their names. I mean, I'm old. Old people forget stuff. And I remember Miss Lori and I remember Ms. Zazu because of the fact they were both principals at the school. I worked there for a period of 10 years in addition to doing the drum line. But anyway, here's to those amazing teachers, those amazing school administrators. I don't care what anybody say about school administrators. The ones who I worked with, Ms. Lori and Ms. Zazu, hey, right there with you. Okay, actually, I worked with quite a few principals at that school, and they were awesome. Chipman Middle School was awesome. The staff at Chipman Middle School was awesome. It was diverse. It was great. It was great. Then they just decided that the school district just decided that they no longer had use for a middle school here on the west side of Alameda, and they turned it into a charter school. And that's when I left, because I went to public school, you know, and I don't care what people say about public school. There is truth in a lot of negative things people say about it, but there's also things that's not true, you know. But I stand by the public schools. That's just me. So anyway, here's to Chipman Middle School, which no longer exists. Here's to the amazing staff from Chipman Middle School, and here's to all the teachers, even those charter school teachers, because standing on my balcony, I watch the charter school staff, and I can say that they're doing things that need to be done. So I will commend them. I'm not gonna be hating on them, but here's to all of you teachers. I appreciate you. I hope those of you who know teachers, give them a call and say hello, thank you for what you're doing with our kids. And I know it's got to be rough on them. It was rough on them before coronavirus. I know it was rough on them during coronavirus. And, things is what it is. So, Mabuhay, Ashe, Harambe, Hokahe, Amandla, Mahalo, Wakanda forever, Shalom, Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam. I got used to my hair. I'm not used to my hair being like this. It's been a while, but I like the haircut. But it's gonna be good. I'm gonna grow into it. Hey y'all, prayers and thoughts as always for all those victims of COVID-19. Prayers and thoughts for the 3 million plus victims all over the world. Prayers and thoughts for the 594,000 here in the United States. And I want to ask you, as always, because I'm keeping the same thing. This is the 5th day. I'm having the same thing on prayers and thoughts. Let me fix it. I want to ask for your prayers and thoughts for all the victims who have been murdered. And again, this is not just those who have been killed by the police. We hear about them, but I'm also talking about the victims of criminals, okay? The victims of thugs, the victims of drug dealers, gangbangers, those vigilantes that run around killing people, the terrorists, those foreign terrorists and those who are domestic terrorists, the Ku Klux Klan, the Nazis, the neo-Nazis and the fascists, the white supremacists, the rebels and the government troops all over the world who are fighting against those who are involved in what I would say is righteous rebellion, righteous uprising against dictatorial governments. And, I'm not even going to name the governments because, it's all over the world people are fighting, India, they're like suffering like 3,000-4,000 people dead every day. But I think it's because of the fact that they allowed mass rallies where people was going to these rallies, like the same thing when they was holding rallies for Donald Duck. and all of his supporters was out there. The majority of them wasn't wearing masks. And Donald went up there, and when he got COVID-19, he went up there and got the vaccine. He got it on the under. Okay, but it is what it is. I ain't gonna be tripping about that. Good thing is Facebook say he can't come back on there for a while. I don't know how long that's gonna be. So hey, that is what it is. So ask all of you to pray for anyone who has been a victim of murder, anyone. And I would also like to include in that list for you to pray for is people who have died because of somebody else's stupidity. And stupidity being you're drunk, you're high, you run a red light, and you run over somebody walking in an intersection, or you're out joyriding and you chase after a fire truck or a fire ambulance, and you're running right behind them, and then you run into somebody else, or or you're riding on the bridge and you cause somebody to fall off the bridge, whatever the case may be. Because of somebody else's stupidity, somebody died. And I ask you to pray for them too. And for birthday greetings, I want to ask all of you to say happy birthday to my nephew, Sean Shepard. Sean is one of my nephews from Chipman Middle School. And when I first started Cougar Cadet Corps, Sean wanted to be a drummer. And at the time, we had like 6 drums. So I had more kids than I had drums. And I asked Sean if he would be on the rifle team. It was not something he wanted to do, but he wanted to be a part of Cadet Corps. And he decided he would stay. And eventually, we ended up getting more drums. We ended up getting 30, 40 more drums. We got a grant and we got money for drums, and he got a drum. Eventually, he became one of my instructors, and he was a really great guy. So Sean, and he calls me Uncle Lester, so that makes him my nephew. So I want to say to Sean Shepard from Chipman Middle School, Cougar Cadet, first on the rifle team, then on the drum line, then instructor for the drum line. Sean Shepard, happy birthday to you, nephew. So, hey, everybody. It was a beautiful day. I wore my mask. Very beautiful day. Like I said, I went out to Antioch to go visit my daughter and my grandchildren, and my son-in-law. He did up my hair for me, and beautiful day out there. Still beautiful. So I'm going to get up out of here. Ask everybody, please wear your mask. If you're inclined to wear a mask, please get vaccinated if you're inclined to get vaccinated. And for those of you who don't, for whatever reason you don't, that's on you. I'm not judging nobody. I'm not putting pressure on nobody. I'm just telling you what I do. I'm just telling you what I did. And I would want nothing but the best for each and every one of you. And stay safe, stay strong, wear your mask, get vaccinated, all that other good stuff. Oh, and tomorrow, if any of you happen to be at Lake Merritt in Oakland, look for the tent. We're going to have an African-American flag and a Filipino flag. And we're going to be selling soap and earrings. Yeah. Come on down, check us out. And even if you don't buy nothing, come stop by and say hello. Just, it ain't going to, say, hey, what's up? Just say hello to you. Say hello to Uncle Lester. Let Uncle Lester know that, you saw this or whatever. And, But anyway, I'll be there tomorrow from the morning time to probably about 5, 6 o'clock, unless it gets cold and windy. And hey, doesn't matter if we sell anything. It's just that we want to be able to get out there and talk to people and enjoy their company, and people watch, and just have a good time. It's nice to be able to get outside. All right, I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace. Oh, Sandra, what's up? What's up, Sandra? I see you on here. Just when I said peace, I'm getting ready to leave. It's all good. You hear? That's all that matters, okay? I will talk to you guys tomorrow. If God let me wake up, I will do my shout out. I won't be doing my shout out. Ooh, I wonder if I should do my shout out early. Maybe if I do my no, but that wouldn't. I guess I could. I don't know. Somebody told me I was just real indecisive about things, and they right. Hey Sandra, don't make no difference if you late. I got on here late. I was supposed to get on here 7 o'clock, and today was like 7:15. So it is what it is. Hopefully, like I said, I hope I can see somebody out there come up and say, "Hey, I know you." All right. Peace.